I think we can all agree that being hot sucks. The interior of your vehicle in direct sunlight in hot weather can get over 150 degrees Fahrenheit. That's literally hot enough to cook a freaking egg. In this example, I'm looking on the dash of a RAV4 with no front tint. It has rear tint, but no front tint. And that temperature is absolutely bonkers. Comparing that to my van with the new sunglasses on it, we've got a huge delta in temperature. And the reason for that is because I basically put shades like these from Tactical RX on the front side of the van. And I'm gonna perform a little bit of an experiment. I just pulled down here to my filming spot and the van has been sitting for approximately 4 minutes, and I'm gonna let this go while I tell you all about this process. And in that short period of time, we're gonna check back in with my temperature gauge. We're gonna see just how hot it is in direct sunlight through the tint. We're gonna see just how much that affects things. I drove over here and it was 105 degrees on the seats in the van. That is freaking hot. I purposely didn't run the AC because I wanted to see just how uncomfortable it is. And in just a couple minutes, I was glistening a little bit with some sweat. And I'll tell you what, if it starts to get higher than that, like if the windows weren't tinted on a long freaking drive, that would suck. Before we get into this video, guys, I want to say a quick thank you to our sponsor, Blackout Coffee. And if you don't know, we have a signature blend with them. It's called Tenacity. It's sort of a medium dark roast. It's got low acidity and a little bit of extra pep. And if you use the link blackoutcoffee.com/TGC and use the promo code TGC, you'll get a little bit of a discount, and it helps us stay alive, stay in business, keep the lights on, whatever phrase you want to use there. So blackoutcoffee.com/TGC, go get yourself some Tenacity and let me know what you think. I also want to give a shout out to Oaks Detail, the company that did the tint on this. They are a high-end detail shop. I've known Nick Oaks for a very long time. They do some incredible work on very, very high-end cars, and I was fortunate enough to partner with them to get this tint on this van. So let me walk you through what we did to this thing to make the front end a little bit cooler. First things first, we got to pull the van in out of the rain and start preparing it by tearing off the door panels and the weather stripping around the windows. After that, Chris confirms the fitment on the exterior and sort of tailors it using a heat gun to make sure that it fits absolutely perfectly. From there, he sprays on an application fluid and starts to apply the tint piece by piece. Here you can see the far left panel is attached, but nothing else. This process is, of course, repeated again on the driver's side, and then we have to move on to that gigantic windshield. Now, Oaks cuts out all of their protective film and window tint using this really cool CNC plotter. The film is made by a company called XPEL. Take a look at how big this windshield piece is. Oh my lord. And the same general concept applies here, putting it on the outside and then using this heat gun to sort of dial in the fit, and then putting it on the inside. After spraying on a ton of goo, he then places the film in there and starts to work it into place. And guys, I am grossly oversimplifying just how much work this was for Chris. This is an absolutely massive windshield and a very difficult install. So there's the tinted windows from the inside. And I would almost bet money that if I didn't tell you that this was a tinted window, you probably wouldn't have any idea. I'll give you an idea by rolling this down. That's the difference. So, totally usable. These are, again, darker than the front. That's really not bad. It's not, like, too dark. It's not ridiculous. I love it. That is a great addition so far. I'm really genuinely enjoying it. Now, in real time, it's been approximately 13 minutes since I parked the van in direct sunlight. You guys can see it's super bright out. Ambient temperature is about 87 degrees right now. It might be a touch hotter since we pulled in. I'm gonna go grab the temperature gauge and we're gonna check just how hot it is on those seats in just that short period of time. Okay, here we go. Direct sunlight right there on the seats. So that is bumped up to 122 for reference. The pavement in this area is reading $110. It's a little bit hard to read on there. Let's see, I'm not sure. There you go. That's the pavement. So it is a little bit hotter on the seats. Again, that's 120 in direct sunlight. And I'm sure that would go up over time if I left it here. But that gives you guys some reference. The inside of an untinted vehicle was over 150 degrees. This is way less than that. Okay, so I've been sitting here for about a half an hour, and I'll just scan one of the hottest parts of the dash and show you guys still 120 degrees. That is doing some work. I also just want to say that I do not recommend leaving pets or children in an environment that is 120 degrees. I want to make sure that that's very clear. That's still not safe to leave pets in a vehicle, kids in a vehicle. That is not safe. But it is a lot cooler than if you didn't have tint. I think it's worth considering tinting the front of your vehicle if you haven't done so already. I, again, don't know if it's legal in your area. I am not giving you legal advice, but it is something I definitely recommend doing in a Sprinter van, in a Ford van, in any kind of van. If you're out on the road for extended periods of time, that is a great upgrade and really helps knock the temperatures down in your vehicle. Guys, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a little bit of feedback on this video on such an upgrade. Do you agree with me? Am I nuts? I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. And if you enjoyed this, please hit that subscribe button. I would genuinely appreciate the support. This is a newer, growing channel, and it would be great to see more of you clicking that subscribe button and sharing the video around. I appreciate you guys. It's a hot day, so I'm going to get back in the car and turn the AC on. Thanks for watching. See you soon.